1 maxed out MacBook Pro, 1 iPad Pro. Yo, this is Oscar, and I am coming back to the design world. Will these tools help me become a professional product designer within these couple of months? Welcome to my YouTube series on Dodefy, my journey to becoming a product designer. Welcome back to another episode on Dodefy. This episode, we're going to cover typography. So, typography is really important for aesthetic looks, designs. A lot of people don't really look at it like that, but it's actually very, it really could improve and enhance your designs because typography is like all over everywhere. And typography is the way that we can communicate to people. It's very important to align also typography right in order to communicate well with the user. So users basically look at the font instantly if it really stands out. And typography is like super important, and I want to actually get more into it because I feel like I'm lacking some typography. I have done typography somewhat before, but yeah, that's basically typography. So typography, we're gonna practice on this design that we have here. So let's start the timer for 30 minutes. So there we go. So we won't go over the limit of working on this design and enhancing the typography for this. So right off the bat, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, the text here, it's really like small. So let's really make that humongous because it's on the hero. So we want people to actually and know what a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution is. And we have a Mitsubishi, like the car on the right side. So since we have like this cool pattern, I think we should fill that pattern with the font, with the text. Let's try medium, see how that looks. Or how about everything that's bold and uppercase? Let's try uppercase. I don't know why it's not changing, but we could change it ourselves. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. And then this is the line height. So also typography, you have to mess a lot with the line height because it's very important. Like in order to give it space as well. Kind of using like the negative space, white space, like from the previous episode that I did. This white space usage also allows for breathing for the typography. So it's really important to consider that as well. So these gray lines were already here, but these red lines basically guide you to where to include the text. So since it's a car and it's movement, let's have this like medium italic. Like that's pretty dope. I think it looks way better. So it's like moving fast, you need moving motion is italic. And then let's center these to these alignment plays a role here. So like this play button is aligned with middle, and then this middle instead of top. And then let's move these a little more down. There we go. And this is a little less obvious. Let me scroll down. So basically we're using Roboto here. Roboto everywhere. Actually, before this course of Springboard, I was actually a fan of Roboto. I really like that font. So I'll leave in the description below a discount for $750 for Springboard if you're interested in joining the bootcamp that I'm actually enrolled in. I actually do recommend it, and that's why I'm actually pursuing in recommending this to people. It has great mentorships, great advisors, and great content. Like, it's organized really well that you could actually learn to become a UX and UI designer right off that. So let's align this. Okay. Like, if we pull up the layout grid, so see these actually lines are aligned with the actual layout from the max width inside. This is the max width inside. So again, the max width is actually this content of our, this would be like the content space that we will have our content, and it won't go past that. So like, for example, like I said it before in the previous episodes, but if you have a really large screen, you don't want your content in the middle to be stretched out all the way. So have like a max width to set, like, to, let's say, allow 100 pixels, which is what I usually prefer. But I have used like a little bigger, and I know that Apple uses 1400 max width, 1400 pixels. Trying to see what else I could align things. So like, let's move this to the right. Actually, it was like around here. I think it's actually good there. But we could actually make this more stand out maybe. Let's say we make these a lot bigger. Just messing around with what we could work here with. Let's move these stars a lot closer to each other. Okay, let's select these stars and distribute them evenly using this. So I'll distribute them evenly, it's fine. I don't know how better that looks, but I kind of like it. Let's see what else we could do to it. Bookmark for later. Bookmark for later. 16, 22, 14. Design. 14, 16. Let's do 14 here. Yeah, because it was a little too small to see. I think 14 is better. There we go. And we can also like mess with this. Let's see. Let's use something larger. Scroll down, and then let's have that just italic. See how that looks. Yeah, it looks cool. I like that. So maybe it's a little too big. Let's do something smaller, like 16. Yeah, 16 is fine. Okay. I like how it's here in this column, and then this whole column is also aligned there. I like that a lot. Let's bottom align this. So also we consider the golden ratio here and the rule of thirds. So as my previous episode, I explained the golden ratio, but it's like this, kind of like a seashell, and then it goes like perfect. Kind of, we should think of it like a racetrack, you know. And then and let's see what else we could do to this. I kind of want to take off the actual grid layers because they're a little distracting. There we go. And then I'll take off. Actually, I'll maybe move this around. Yep, like that. And then make this a lot over here. I think that's a lot nicer. And then I wanted the stars to be more bigger because I like them being small, but then at the same time I like them being big. I think it's better if they're big without like text. or typography. So as a designer, you should see typography as a user interface too, like as a like an aesthetic. And then maybe here, like a little closer to the search icon. Let's check out so basically the navbar would be like full width, which is pretty fine. It's fine. I'm trying to see what else we could do with this. So we're around like halfway through our time here, but we'll get through this. Oh, another important thing to consider when using like fonts is that if you use an R and N, it won't look like an M, and then an L, lowercase, and a capital I and L won't look the same. So that's also important to consider when picking out and choosing a font. So basically they kind of look the same. Do you see that? The L, lowercase, and I capital. I capital is a little shorter, but yeah. $48.60. It's too big. I don't know about this this design element right here to have yet. And I don't know. I think green kind of like makes a huge contrast because it's all red and black. So I think users will see that like a lot. Like their eye would be like, oh, okay, it's very green. So like, let's look at this, and it really stands out from the whole entire page compared as opposed to the to watch film. So this is our first thing users should be seeing. So with the font, always it's good to like increase by, is it 4s or 8s? That's what I usually do. I actually like 56 better because it stands out like a lot more as opposed to the 48 font for this. So users go see here, then they probably see around this area a little bit, and then go here, and this probably last, unless it's like animated, then it just depends. Might go second. Let's try a different color for this. I actually like this a lot better than green. Green, I didn't really like that much. I don't know if review should be there because I think it's obvious that it's a review. So production engine 2.0, was it L4? Let's see what this is. i4 or turbo? Turbo. Let's capitalize turbo. Let me know in the comments below where would you place this 5-star, this 4.2 stars. I'm having a little bit difficulty. So leave in the comments below where would you place it. If you place it here, below the car, or top of the title of the hero, below title of the hero, sideways. So let's check the time. We're at almost close to pretty much my time being over a little bit. Make a few tweaks. Tweaks. Okay. So 17 pixels. This is 15, do 17. Maybe 15, better. 15. I don't know, I kind of like it here. I don't know if it really needs this. Does it need it? I'll just leave it because it's actually higher than 4.2. Maybe make the stars a little smaller. Maybe I made them too big. I'm over here focusing like on the stars over here instead of more of the typography. It's funny. No. What? Oh, there we go. All right, let's check that out from far away. Boom. Looks cool. Honestly, I like that. I'll just leave it like that because our time is almost up too. So anything else, let's see. Other than that, I like everything. It looks a little like negative spaces around here because there's a lot of text. It doesn't really look balanced enough. I'm trying to see what else I could do because these stars would actually make it more complementary. Trying to move it to the center to see how it looks, but it's not letting me. There we go. That looks way better to the left. Like 100% way better. I'm trying to see what else. Honestly, it's really hard. Typography is probably like my weakness, but I'm trying to improve on it a lot. I guess if we move probably the car a little bit, but I'm sure we can't. Maybe more like this. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. Because we moved the picture where the car wasn't covering, or like this text wasn't over the car. And that was kind of like hard to see the text. I should mention that, but I did see that. And I think it looks a lot better now, actually. Moving the picture a lot around the hero helps a lot. Helped a lot. And probably here, let's see. This is 16. This is 14. So make that like a little less apparent in the search for details. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video, the end of our time, and hope you enjoyed my thought process on this and a little lesson on typography. Hopefully we could do more typography for my future designs, and I could teach you more about typography. As I learn and progress more, I really want to do that. So stay tuned for the end of this video. I'll be showing a comparison between my two designs, the before and after. So yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe for the next one. See you later.